This is Gio on everything. Don't shit on my brainstorm, bitch. Man, stop playing. And I got my voice back. Fuck you talking about.
Whoa. This is Jared White. I'm not wearing a hat again. I didn't get my hair cut, so I'm looking like a scrub.
And he looks like Albie Shore on the way to the barbershop.
I look like Albie Shore right now.
Just without the unibrow.
you Jill on everything in my intro. Get out of it. It's my intro. I'm done.
I can tell you how much.
Stay out of people's intros.
Night and day.
It's gonna be a long ass intro. Shut the fuck up. Shit. Right,
this is Bryce Lansing full of Oreos from Josh's baby shower.
I swear that didn't sound right.
You think I'm putting Oreos in my ass or something?
Josh, you didn't tell us.
You wonder where Oreos come from?
They went in orally and they're in my belly.
They're Oreos. That was stupid.
I like me some cookies. Shut up.
All right. And I'm Joshua B. Easy. And
this is the Takeoff Anytime podcast.
All right. We are back again, motherfuckers.
Pulling out the Kevin Hart, huh?
Hey, check it out. We got two guests with us today. Some of our avid fans. We got Brother Blood.
How you guys doing today?
A.K.A. Tim. And we got Adante, the
A.K.A. Made in Tokyo.
gamer.
Yeah, what's up?
Extraordinaire.
How y'all doing?
Uber everywhere. He knows skateboard P. Ooh, 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 ooh.
So this is a monumentous occasion for our show so far. This is the first time we had more than one white person on the show.
How you guys doing?
No. Couples episode. Couples episode.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
No, listen, because in a relationship, you are one, so it doesn't count.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Y'all saved my life.
Well, I figure we mentioned him enough on the show, or I've mentioned him enough on the show. We might as well bring him on.
Right,
That's
exactly.
fair.
Hey,
Yeah.
Tim led our whole last conversation.
Oh yeah.
did.
The nature versus nurture conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look at you dictating. That's what white people
know.
do. Dictate.
That's crazy.
Oh, my God.
Well, you guys obviously didn't have any
away from
ideas
us.
or
You say it
anything,
like he's
so-
oppressing us.
I mean, you guys had ideas of your own, and at that point, you wouldn't
You don't want me to oppress you, but you want my ideas.
As someone that I haven't, I don't listen to podcasts or anything like that. Obviously, I wanted to support you guys and whatnot, but I'm liking what I'm hearing.
Hey,
So
thank you.
So
He has to say that because he's my lover.
That's true, and you're my ride home too.
Hey, remember what you said earlier in the podcast?
Walk home.
It's 11 degrees out right now.
Man, you got a serious fucking stutter problem.
I know. This has been addressed.
That's where he just breaks down like, I'm very sensitive about
I know. What you don't understand is I went through vocational schools when I was very young. I had a really bad time in front of teachers in class.
Okay, serious question. What is a vocational school?
First
I
of
was just
all,
about to ask
Walter
that.
French is not a vocational school. It's a group home. So you don't get to I don't get to call it a vocational school.
And then
Was Walter
abandoned
French
building
vocational
now.
school?
Huh?
Wasn't it a vocational school?
It was a group home.
It was a
No, I
vocational
mean,
It was a large juvenile facility. That's what that was.
Yeah.
I mean,
called high school.
basically, yeah. But
I know, right? Pretty much.
Harry Hill was a vocational school, and I think a vocational school is basically a school that teaches careers or trades in a way.
Doesn't this seem like
Also,
normally...
it's Job Corps. It's Job Corps locally, huh? Just like a math version of Job Corps.
Kinda, but you sleep at Job Corps.
That's true.
Does
That's
this-
why I was saying like a mini version of Job Corps. You know what I'm saying? Like you go in there, you learning a trade.
I
I
guess.
You know what I'm saying? As a kid.
I never thought of it like that.
But you know what? Honestly though, Hill was kind of like a juvenile facility too. Because I remember when I was at Everett, nigga, I was at Everett and it was like 500 freshmen. And by the time I was a sophomore, it was like 250 of us. They took all the bad kids and put them at Harry Hill.
Yep. Hill was the place. Hill was like...
It was fun.
Was Hill where you went to finish school with my bitch of an ex-girlfriend?
Yes.
Damn. Damn.
Yes.
I didn't say her name.
We need bombs
her.
on the show.
Damn.
But yeah, it was.
I forgot that's what Hill was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hill was the school for unwanted children.
Hill was like type of school. But was like, hey, what school you go to? I go to Eastern. What about you? I go to Hill. What
was
did
bad
you do?
'cause-
Oh, you was bad.
I went to both of them. I had a girl from each school.
I need to know this.
I know I was about to ask something personal, but Oh fuck it, you can edit out later if you don't want it on the podcast. So what did you go to Hill for?
EMT.
Because I remember. Jared was saying it, but it's true. Like, there was this concept that if you were going to Hill, like you had done something or some shit.
Facts. It was though.
Well, that was some, but
it was
for them and like for people who was learning a trade. And
because
okay.
right, peep, right. You know how when you're a kid and you're not doing so well in school, they automatically put you in special education.
Yeah.
Hill was like they took like I want to say like 1,000 of all the bad kids. All of them was black. And they was like, listen, you not going to be having class. You being disruptive. We're going to force you into adult ed and get you the fuck out of school. And that's what all them kids did. We was like, where did you go to school at? Adult ed.
Yep.
And you knew they was talking about Hill. It was adult ed.
Yeah.
You know what's fucked up is Hill sounds like a fucked up like concentration camp type shit name.
It does, though.
It does.
It does.
Yeah, you're going to Hill.
I know.
Deontay, say something, nigga.
Well, I mean, this.
He's like, I'll chime in when the time is right.
Hold on. Let me speak for my man. His name is fucking Adante.
Made in Tokyo. That's what I'm gonna call him. Cause I ain't gonna say it.
Okay, because I heard Dante and I was thinking Devil May Cry. So
I was about to say,
Everybody
what?
confuses it.
Dante?
Dante.
Adante.
Your mama black,
You're a
ain't she?
single Dante.
My
Your mama black.
Dante.
Yeah, she's part black. Yeah.
Shit.
can we call you the Dante? We don't want you to be a Dante. We want you to be the Dante.
That's fine.
That was a Bryce joke.
You see how like that was so dry and nobody laughed?
That was worse than my Oreo joke.
Or what?
Oreo. Or I can't even say it anymore. He's talking about putting Oreos in his butt.
Oreo?
And that was called Oreo. Like oral, whatever.
No,
That's
I don't
mouth.
know.
That's
That was
still
terrible.
anal.
That was a
That's-
reach.
that's-
What they call that in battle rap? That was a reach.
That's
All right, y'all. We need a fucking topic.
Your
You
beard
guys suck.
reach.
We need a topic.
So let's talk about. Let's get back into the women thing because I kind of want to.
Yeah, because one week of this topic wasn't enough.
No, it wasn't. Cause
You really want every woman who hears this podcast to hate me?
No,
don't you?
because the only reason I want to keep touching on it is because it's such a hot topic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Which one? The sex dolls?
no, please.
You see where Josh's mind
Not
is?
the sex
Robotic.
No, just basically the whole shift that everything is going into now. Like everything for so long was all men, but now you see women coming into power. Like I feel like shit is getting serious now. Like women can literally just say about a man they don't even know, he raped me.
Hashtag
and
girl power.
you will lose everything, every single thing. Like I've seen men like let's talk about Aziz. Right now, has anybody heard about what happened with Aziz?
Yeah.
Listen, this girl sucked Aziz's dick and said that she enjoyed it while it was happening, but then afterwards she felt coerced. Like
But what
that
was
doesn't
so,
make any sense.
What's so fucked up to me about it is that they were fucking around at first. I guess she kind of said stop. He was being a little aggressive. Then it was like, okay, if you're not having fun, then it's not fun. So they stopped, start chilling for a minute. She sucked his dick again, and then left and tried to say, "Oh,
Listen, it's not this. That's null and void. You everything you got to say is null and void.
Cause here's the question: how many dick suckings does it take for this case to be dropped? Is we need because at what point is there with some girl and she's like going down and she goes, this ain't right. I don't like this. I'm about to call rape on this guy. Like that's crazy. Like why is it just that you had a great time and then you woke up and you just didn't like it?
It's not about this. Like, how the fuck do you expect a man not want to fuck when you suck his dick?
But my question is, do all women get fuckers remorse after having sex?
See, that's the
Fuckers
thing.
remorse?
But
Yeah, like sex remorse. Like how buyer's remorse, right? When you get an impulse buy and then you get it and then you be like, damn, I shouldn't have bought this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when a woman does the impulse fuck and then afterwards she's like, I shouldn't have fucked him.
Oh, she want to take her
Well,
pussy
I think
back.
they get
Yeah.
that a lot
Basically.
though. A lot of girls get that. They be like, "Oh, yep, I shouldn't have did that."
I mean, there's a
but
few
at
bitches
the
that
time they do it. It's fine with them.
Yeah, but see, but there's a thing though, because it always goes back to even before, like when they're having a lot of drunk cases in college and stuff. It's like, I hate to say it, like, yeah, you should never rape a girl. You should never rape a girl. That's not what I'm about to go here. But you said like you're drinking with me and my friends. It's maybe you and two of your female friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how we are when we get drunk. Niggas get horny. That's just the way it is. Like, don't hang around if you feel like it's going to start getting that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Because
But the problem with that, see, this is where I'm going to be more vocally defensive because I can't believe we're about to do this for a whole nother episode.
We're not going to do the whole episode
You're
just
putting
for
the
a minute.
responsibility of not making unwelcome advances on the woman. And I'm not saying that, she shouldn't, get the fuck out of there if she sees it going the wrong way, but it's still the man's decision to make those advances, whether he's intoxicated or not.
All right,
Yeah, but
still gotta go
Pete,
for
though.
consent.
Okay, but
Yeah,
That's
but
the
I'm
biggest
saying,
thing.
who's to say nowadays we're not in blurred lines as to what's acceptable and what's not?
Oh, we're definitely in
anymore?
blurred lines.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole reason this is even a discussion.
Question right here. So, if a man eats a woman out with the thought that, oh, we're gonna fuck after this, and then she gets up and not want to fuck,
you got to stop.
is that rape?
No, you just got to stop.
No, because that
No,
Not
because that
necessarily,
walks
you
along the
consented.
same lines.
If you consent, I mean,
Well,
I
but
hate
no.
to, it's not necessarily.
it's misleading to the fullest, especially if it's not talked about if it's not talked about beforehand. If we're making out and we're getting all hot and heavy and everything, I go down on you and then you be like, oh, okay, put your shit on it and go. You could have said something, or could have been verbal, like, hey, I don't want to take it this far, I just want some head. You know what I'm saying? You could have at least let a brother know so I could focus on you and not focus on my dick getting hard.
Do you
know what I'm
guys
saying?
have
Like,
any of you guys seen Black Mirror?
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't wanna
y'all
see that.
sleeping.
I don't wanna see
Okay, so there's this episode called "Hang the." You have seen it, "Hang the DJ." So basically, right? I'm not gonna make it the whole story, but it's like a digital eHarmony. You know what I'm saying? Like it's eHarmony, but they go into this entire world and they're paired up with people until they find the right person. And the way that I'm relating this is they basically have this spherical thing in their hand to where before they do everything, they consent to it. Before they have sex, we're like, you know what I'm saying? There was this one part where the dude was like, okay, we're about to meet, but I feel like we should have sex right away. I'm going to consent to it, and the girl consented to it right away. I feel like that's what we're getting to where literally everything you do, you got to consent to it. Everything, every single time where there's gonna be physical contact. Can I touch your ass? Can I touch your leg? Can I touch your titties? Can I rub on your back? Can I do this? Can I kiss you? But the funny thing about that is, for my whole life, I've heard women say, "Oh, if a guy asks me, is this okay? It's lame, and it's gonna drive me up." You know what I'm saying? Like women don't like it, but now we're being forced to do it.
Yeah, see, that's what I was gonna say, because now it becomes a stipulation. Like, women are saying men aren't that aggressive, men aren't that manly anymore because we're so passive. We're not aggressively trying to hit on you anymore because we don't know where the lines are anymore.
And I always had the notion that women like the more aggressive dudes.
See, that's what you
The
think.
bad guys.
Women like a man that's gonna take charge. They don't like all that bullshit.
But then that man that takes charge got to worry about 30 years down the line. That woman saying he took too much charge.
Yeah,
that's why you get the fuck in a relationship.
Yeah.
no,
Stop all
fuck
this
that.
bullshit.
A relationship doesn't save you from that.
Yes, it does.
It does not.
No, it doesn't, because people still
It does
cheat.
not.
People still cheat.
Well,
You could be in a relationship,
people
right?
do cheat, but at the same time, don't fucking cheat.
People-
you know what I'm saying? Stick to
Cheating, it has nothing to do with like
Yeah,
the
it
consent
really doesn't.
aspect. It's,
Yeah, it
a,
has
it's a
nothing to do.
completely different.
I'm
there's
not-
a loss of trust. There's a whole bunch of other things that are going on with when
No,
you
I
start
wasn't
cheating.
saying I wasn't
Yeah,
saying
you
that
can't-
That's
cheating really
completely
had
different.
anything to
Exactly.
do with it. But what I'm saying is a relationship doesn't save you from those encounters, because men still go out with women and have those encounters, and then any woman can take any advance that you have on her the wrong way, especially nowadays.
It will stop it if the man or the female is faithful and only thinking of the one that they're fucking. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to, if you're in a fucking relationship, okay, and you have your mind set for this woman and give her all your attention and not worrying about going out to the bar, club, etc., and fucking with this chick and that chick and this chick, you won't put yourself in that fucking situation.
No.
Get a girl, keep your ass at home, fuck her.
JB,
It's
make the
simple,
money.
but it's not as cut and dry as you make it. It's not that cut
Here's
and
the
dry.
thing, man. If you don't do that, and I'm not saying people should go out and cheat. I think people should be monogamous for the most part in relationships, unless you want a different type of relationship. It's your relationship. Do what you want to do. But when you become in this monogamous relationship and you do that type of aspect where you're constantly like being a good husband or being a good guy, constantly getting them all your attention, you become reliant on them. And when you become reliant on them, when they don't, what's that word?
Fulfill.
No, not fulfill. Like when they do the same thing to you.
Reciprocate.
Reciprocate. Thank you. When they don't reciprocate, then
White
you start
teach.
feeling low. You start feeling extremely low, and that's the problem. And then how far does it take to you feel so low and you're like, dang, this is the girl I'm supposed to be with? Then you become a little more aggressive with her. And then you end up taking it. Then that's rape again. Then you fall back. So that whole relationship thing you're saying, like, the relationship fixes that. It doesn't. It's just a different avenue for a possibility.
That's true. That is true. I can definitely agree with that. I just feel like the tables have turned to where it's so confusing that now every encounter with a woman is going to be different. It's going to be awkward.
I think the only time it gets confusing, honestly, is when alcohol is involved. Yeah. Because when there's not alcohol involved, you're sitting on the couch with some girl that you just met at the bar, and things usually, there's a progression. You touch her leg, okay, she's cool with that. You move your hand up her leg, okay, she's cool with that. Now, if she's in my opinion, if she's showing signs of hesitation, that's where if it's not cool, it's not cool. But when you start getting alcohol involved, you start. That's where, to steal a line from Gio, the lines of consent get blurred.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's like, you can have a girl who's drunk and be like, hey, are you sure you want to do this? And she's like, yeah, I'm sure I want to do this. But she's impaired. So is she actually sure she wants to do this?
But at the end of the day,
day,
if the wrong people find out you had sex with that girl while she was intoxicated, you going to jail.
And that's why I say that's where I think it gets.
And to even take that a little bit further, it's alcohol, or if the man is in a position of power and the woman wants something from that man.
I mean, that's true too.
That's a whole another fucked up
That's
scenario.
definitely true.
Because
that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like the Aziz Ansari situation was.
Well, that's all the situations. Period.
Not
when you look at
Harvey
Bill Cosby,
Weinstein.
Yes, it is. That's
no, the fuck it's not. No,
that's
it's
exactly
not.
what it is, because Harvey Weinstein. Listen,
hold on.
Listen. It's the same thing, because Harvey Weinstein was the man in power. The girls wanted something from him, they wanted to be in his movies or whatever, so he could horse them to do whatever he wanted them to do to get a role in his movies.
Okay, but it's still on
it
him. But that's on him.
See, I thought you were talking about something.
It's still the same thing, and we are not to say whether every one of the situation that happened to Harvey Weinstein was just on him. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
He could have been like, hey, you want this role? You gotta suck my dick. The bitch suck his dick, and then he don't give the role to her, and he should be like, oh, you raped me. Boom.
Listen, I understand what you're saying. That is completely understandable. But at the same time, we're not finna do this, Jared. I see how this nigga looking. We're not finna go 15 minutes. All I'm saying is...
Did I do anything?
All I'm saying...
Josh versus Gio, round 3.
Okay.
I just put my head on my hand.
What you have to understand is, Josh, when you get that much money, when you get this thing called absolute power, because now you have people that with a snap of a finger you can change their lives.
Ain't that what
and
I just fucking
most
said?
of these
What are you
women,
talking about?
no, that's not what you said.
A man is in a position of power, and the woman wants something. Something, whether it is.
But the story of Harvey Weinstein is not that. The story of Harvey Weinstein is him abusing his power, not them doing that to them.
Okay,
to him.
He's not, bro.
That's
what I said.
You gotta let it ride.
Okay,
Right.
He's the man in power.
Sit back.
They want something. He is abusing his power. Okay, but it's still the same thing. Like I said, they want something from him. He be like, boom. If you want this, then you gotta do this. So they do it. Then he reneges on his word or whatever for whatever reason. Then they be like, oh, he raped me.
See, here's the thing. You two are saying the
That's
same exact thing.
And that's what I'm
from two different
saying.
angles.
Like, what was your point of even saying all that? We're saying the same thing.
I thought you were going somewhere
we're not
different.
though, because
what it sounds like, and I'm sorry, Gio. What it sounds like is you're saying that Harvey Weinstein isn't as much at fault because the woman is the one who said yes.
No, I'm saying that we don't know that he's in fault for every one of them situations. Like I just said, a lot of them situations, I bet it was him abusing his power, saying, if you want this role, you gotta do this, or I'll make your life, this if you do this. Okay, them girls do it. He reneges on his word. Boom. Shit. Then they go back. Oh well, you're not gonna give me what you say you're gonna give me. Then I'm gonna say rape.
That's understandable.
You know what I'm saying?
That's understandable.
Or whatever,
but the women that are coming out against him are women that are in those higher arenas. Are women that if they didn't do this to him, he told them that you would never work in Hollywood again. That's what I'm saying. That's what this situation is.
Right. Okay. That's another avenue, but it's the same thing.
All right, what was you saying, Tim?
Yeah. Go ahead, Tim.
Actually, I just lost train of thought.
So until Tim gets his train of thought back, I want to go back to the whole drunk and consent thing. So here's the thing with me, and I understand what you mean. Like, even if a girl is drunk, this is why I don't mess with drunk women. I just don't.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Yeah, I don't mess with drunk women because I know that situation.
I don't like drunk people.
Yeah, I don't mind drunk people.
That's
See,
why I stay home.
here's my only time I mess with drunk women, when I'm drunk. Because here's the thing.
Or when you're desperate.
Here's the thing. Where does the line of consent happen if we're both drunk? Yeah, it's messed up if she's drunk and I'm sober and I go, I'm gonna bang out this girl.
It still falls on you.
See, but that's not right. See, that's the part where it's wrong. How is she not taking advantage of me? You know, maybe I'm just drunk and I'm just to a part like I just don't care tonight.
Because let's be honest. Let's be honest. Who would be the one?
Oh, you gotta stay in the mic.
Who would be the one to go to the police? You or her?
Well, see, but here's the thing, though. See, that's the thing. That's the problem. It's always the stigma that men have to be strong and, you know, be tough and, you know, got to hold in our secrets when it comes to that. And that's why we don't say anything. There's plenty of dudes out there being raped by women and beat down in their houses.
Well, that's kind of the issue. I mean,
nobody cares about
it's
man
something
rape.
that,
Yeah,
you know,
they
9
don't.
times out of
So
10,
it's
the
like
man is the
it's
aggressor
a
in the
dead avenue,
situation
pretty much.
Right.
until more evidence kind of pops out. So that's kind of why, you know, in that scenario where you're both drunk, and if you call rape, at that point, it's the fact that the police are going to say, okay, we got to look at all the situation, all the evidence. But if she says he raped me, then you're going to jail.
Yeah. See,
And then at that point, they're looking at the evidence of what really happened.
and see, that's not right though. 'Cause, I mean, there's people who doing like 10-year bids for that. You know what I'm saying? And what happens to the girl after they? What was it? It was some dude who just got out of prison for like 15 years, and they found out the girl was lying the whole
Oh
time.
yeah, the dude.
Oh,
He was like the most sought after NFL prospect.
Yeah, that guy.
And that woman should have got 15 years.
But what did
And
she get?
That's what I'm saying. Women
Shit.
get slapped on the wrist. That's why I said last time on last episode's podcast, women are basically treated like children in the eyes of the law. All the fuck they do is get a slap on the wrist and, you know, sit on their way. There's no punishment for women lying on men, completely destroying their lives. You know, for anything, whether they say a man raped them and then admit they didn't, or say this is my child's father and then he not the child's father. You know, there's a whole bunch of shit that women get away scot-free from.
Isn't that technically perjury?
It should be, yes.
Huh?
Trying to kill us off?
No.
It is
That's not-
perjury. Yeah,
Oh,
100%.
I'm thinking like purge. My bad.
No,
My bad.
Perjury as in lying under oath.
I get that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
100%
I'm
perjury.
tired, man. Don't look at me like that.
Jesus. Hey, okay, so Adante has something to say. I really like to hear Made in Tokyo speak because he is our celebrity
Like,
guest.
you can go.
About the whole drinking with the consent and all that.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, it's really not that much to say about that because it can go either way. I mean, myself, I've experienced a party where I was a drunk person and I was in a room with a bunch of girls. And who's to say that they would try to take advantage of me? But I'm not gonna say nothing about
Right,
that.
I'd have been like,
Because to
hell
most people, I
yeah.
go look like a pussy saying something about
see?
it. So
And that's what Jared was just saying, that a man's not going to come forward and not,
You see,
when there
but
is sexual
real
assault.
shit,
We can't.
a man would say something for it if it was a bunch of bitches that he wasn't attracted to. If Dante was in that room with a bunch of
Don't do
women
it.
he wasn't attracted to, you know, whatever his type is, if he wasn't attracted to those women,
Like
and
if he
they
was in the
all
room
trying,
with 10 Gabourey Citabase.
I mean, whatever women that he does not like.
You gonna stop bringing her up?
I wasn't gonna say that.
I love you,
But,
Precious.
you know, if he was locked in a room with a bunch of women he didn't like, and they was trying to have sex with him for any reason or whatever, whether they was under the influence of alcohol or not, then, you know, he was cry rape, and hopefully they would care. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing that would fix all of this, is that if men spoke up about the times when they were sexually abused by a woman, because it is happening out there. It's just
is.
that fact that we're gonna be looked at as punks or bitches.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
But
you
you
know what I'm
can't.
saying? It's a whole bunch of things for men, but that's how this shit will fix itself.
Yeah, but here's the thing with that though. It's not on the man himself. It's on his peers. Like, we have to stop judging each other and prejudging each other, so we don't do that. That's what we have. We have a fear cloud that's just running over all of us as men, and that's why we don't say anything, because we know we judge each other hard. Like, what are you talking about? She raped you. It don't make any goddamn sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you talking about that girl over there, that girl right there with the double D's in the ass. She raped you. Yeah, she took full advantage of me. Okay, get the fuck out of here. And that's how we are, you know. And we shouldn't do that. Women are not like that. Women are like, what? First of all, so depending on the girls, they got in their clique. They might go cut a motherfucker. That's just them.
But you know what, man? I kind of feel like nowadays it's kind of like a sins of the father type thing, because most of our predecessors was raised in rape culture. Like if you look at a lot of our old favorite rap videos, we couldn't do none of that shit nowadays.
Oh no.
Goddamn Nelly was swiping credit cards down girls' asses and slapping every girl's ass in the room.
That's a goal, by the way. That's a goal in life. That's a goal for me to slide my credit card through some butt cheeks.
Not nowadays. Not unless she said, "Can you take this credit card that I got from my wallet and slide it?"
No,
because she would have to say it on camera, live on Instagram, and a million people would have to be watching it.
Nah, because you still messing with those low down bitches. I'm on the higher grade chicks. They ask for Bitcoin if you slid through they butt cheeks.
Fuck, you searching for women on the dark web?
Cryptocurrency. Yeah, you got that cryptocurrency? Oh, go ahead.
Hey, that's a good role playing thing right there.
What?
If a woman acted like a pussy ATM.
I'm about to go use the
swipe card here.
Then
a man swipe his card through the asshole or something. You know,
through the asshole.
You know, through the ass crack.
How
Then she
the
like,
fuck are you engaged right
where
now?
are you?
How far do you go? To the wrist? Do you go to the wrist?
How's that
Woman is
role
okay with
playing?
your bullshit.
Yeah.
You're just asking.
hold up.
Can I withdraw?
Yeah. She'd be like, you know, it's gonna cost such and such for this pussy. Like, okay. Then you swipe the card. She'd be like, card
Declined.
accepted.
You want her to role play as a prostitute.
Hey, what if the black strip on there? Hey, what if the black strip turned brown? I want my money back.
Hey, your card reader burnt my card.
Where'd I put the chip in?
Oh, you gotta insert that.
Where's the customer service line?
All right.
You smile, bitch, and be like, take it back.
She like, hold on. She turned around. What? Your ass
can I
ain't
get a
working.
discount?
Cashback?
Like, I still want this, but can I get a discount, please?
You accept EBT.
Take a coupon to a prostitute.
Got a bridge card?
Hey, I heard doing 40% off today.
That's funny. Coupons for prostitutes.
If they had coupons and Groupons for prostitutes,
Dog.
bro,
Hey,
game changer.
Hoe-pon? That would be
Hoe-pon.
A whole pie.
Hoe-pon? What you mean?
I love
Jared,
Hoe-pon?
that's a skit right there. That's a skit.
I gotta do that. I gotta do that.
That's going in the title right there.
Hey,
Patent.
hey, Josh, cut this out so we before we patent. Hoe-pon, nigga.
Hoe-pon.
Hey,
Yo,
Hey man, they got 2 for 1 today, dude.
Hey,
yo, flat out.
40% off blowjob for first timers.
Yo,
First month free?
Is there
Right?
I'm going all out.
is there a loyalty card?
I know, right?
Can I get like 10 stamps?
How many punches do I get today? It's double punch day, right?
hey, that'd be an all-inclusive package to Las Vegas. You can go to the Bunny Ranch and here's go 10 Hoe-pons.
Dog. Hey, listen, you get so many, you get one free.
Get that facial Friday.
Oh, this coupon
that's
said you
great.
get oral and you get puss, but no anal. Damn.
2-for-1 special.
I know, right?
That's great.
Bring 5 friends, get a discount. No. This girl's a hoe. We shouldn't mess with her.
Hoe-pon?
Yo, that would seriously be really good for the economy.
You know,
Prostitution?
we've had this discussion
Yes.
before.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
hey, listen, legalize marijuana, legalize prostitution. I'm telling you.
I heard.
Yeah, why
I
not?
haven't looked.
Sex is
Why not?
actually illegal in Michigan.
I haven't.
Ain't nobody gonna hear.
What?
Ain't nobody gonna.
I think I heard that before.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody gonna hear Avante because his mic is next to his balls.
Oh, is it?
So pick it up.
You keep calling me Avante. It's Adante.
Dante.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
God damn it!
We gonna get your name right by the end of the show.
It's okay.
Well,
Made in
I know,
Tokyo.
right? No, the first time was this dude.
What did I do?
You thought his name was Dante.
His name is Made in Tokyo.
It's not.
I don't know, but yeah, oral sex is illegal in Michigan
He
for
no
some odd
skateboard
reason.
Pete.
Wait, oral
the
sex is illegal
sodomy
here.
type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no, that's anal.
What sex is illegal where?
Oral,
Oral.
Here?
Oral?
Yeah.
In Michigan?
I guess, and
Yeah.
some old bylaw.
Get out of here.
I mean,
You can't
nobody
have
really
loose in
listens
a
to
bar
it,
on
but you know.
Sunday or
yeah.
something. Yeah,
That's
like
stupid.
Hey, but in
no
Utah,
one's going to enforce it.
but in Utah, it's legal to have sex with a fish.
Hey man, you ever
You
had
know,
no fish?
it's-
No
I think
fish push?
it's legal to have sex with a horse in like 40-something states.
Jesus Christ.
And then it's also
You said, like,
in Arizona, it's illegal to have more than like I guess 2 like dildos in your house or something like that.
They count.
How they gonna know?
I don't know how they know these things. They
dildo
make these
inspection.
stuff up.
I'd be pissed as hell if I had to be the inspector on that one.
Illegal
Fucked up.
search and
They come
seizure.
knock on the door.
Right?
They always got rules.
How many dicks you have in your house?
Ma'am, you know there's a size limit. We only prescribe 4 to 10 inches. This is
I'm
18
just
goddamn
curious,
inches.
like what the rules will be when
But if
when
it's
the
a
robot
double,
bitches
does it
get
count
here.
as 9 per?
Ain't gonna be no rules. All holds bar on them.
Well, I'm just saying.
If I'm paying if I'm paying $2,200 on the sex doll, it's no holds bar.
None.
Bro, if I pay
You got to
that-
get a
how
special
much you say?
license for that.
2,200.
If I pay 2,200,
jeez.
that mug is in the carpool.
And
lane with
listen,
me.
that's one of the low ball ones. If you want to look, I went on this site that had no English on it, but all the sex dolls look like if you were staring at them from afar, you would want to go over to them having conversation with them because they look that motherfucking real. But Asia been doing that sex doll thing, though.
Yeah.
But you know
It's
what?
all legal there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get me one. You know where I'm gonna get mine from? Wish. $17. Fruit.
Take you
You
17
gonna-
weeks to
listen,
get it.
Give me 17 weeks.
Look, it's gonna
$1
take
shipping.
It's gonna take you 4 months to get it, and it's gonna be a little kid from Korea.
It's gonna be a little. Whoa. Whoa.
This gonna be a Terminator sex
I almost
doll.
said something that Adams what I was saying, but you said a little kid. I would have been
No.
totally wrong. Caught myself.
Hey, did y'all know they're making? Did y'all know they're? Well, they probably already did, but they're making sex dolls for pedophiles. But they already have them though.
You see, it got quiet for that.
Yeah, they got very
yeah.
quiet.
But listen. I also saw somewhere where they're trying to make pedophilia a recognizable sexuality. Like they're trying to be
Yeah,
LG.
unfortunately, I've heard about that.
yeah,
I gotta use
LGBTQP.
the back. I want to come back and talk.
That's so. That's
It's something like a post about their age is transferable, and there's since gender can be changed and whatnot. Like I feel like a woman, a 35-year-old man might feel like a 5-year-old kid.
That is insane.
But
you know what? I also heard that because in California they have a lot of human trafficking and a lot of it is kids, and a lot of when the kids get caught they end up getting criminal records. So what they're trying to do is make it so where I'm not saying that child prostitution is legal, but to where the kids can't be prosecuted anymore. So basically legalizing child prostitution, but not necessarily, just so the kids can't be, because if the kid is forced into it, they can't be prosecuted for it anymore.
right.
Oh.
I understand that. I mean, that's how it should be. A kid shouldn't be.
Right, that's
But-
not their
Forced to-
consent.
But
Right.
then you
That's-
see, but
that's
then
all-
at the
that's-
same time, where do you cross that line to where it's legalizing child prostitution?
Ugh, that's rough.
Yeah, that's very rough.
I mean, not over here, but like in other countries, I mean, they definitely do that.
Because most of the time they don't catch the pimps or the gorillas per se that are bringing these kids over here, because they're hidden. They have security around them. They're secretive. The people that everybody that gets caught is the kids. So are you going to keep letting all these kids off and never catching who they're attached to?
That's true.
Because probably most of the time, if you don't threaten these kids with a lawsuit or with going to jail, they probably wouldn't give up any sources. And
I think that was the hope, for the whole initiative to not prosecute kids. They would hope that the kids would cooperate and flip whomever was imprisoning them for doing whatever, but possibly for some reason, whether it's from fear or whatever, they might not be doing that.
Might be like the only thing that they know.
Right.
How long have they've been doing that, and then it's like that's what they do. They have a, that's I don't remember the term, but you're a hostage, and then you start.
I think it's Stockholm.
Yeah. So essentially, it's like
Look at
that,
you.
Yeah, there we go.
I get one. I just pick up that dumb joke at the beginning.
One a day.
Pick up that dumb joke.
But yeah, that might be kind of the situation that's happening. It's something that, that this is the only lifestyle they know. They feel safe with their captor, their pimp. I mean, at that point, it's something like, if they talk to the police and they've probably been trained, like, hey, you see the cops, don't say anything, we'll come get you or something like that. and that's going to be it. And then we'll get you, and then
There's
just
some
go back to
families-
that normal, quote unquote, normal lifestyle.
There's some families in
that's
foreign
crazy.
countries so destitute that they will sell their kids into prostitution.
They will.
Yeah, I heard about it. Was kind of messed
Dude,
up.
fucking Taiwan.
Well,
Fucking little
no,
shit.
there was Middle Eastern country. I don't remember the name of it. It was some messed up like religious practice for that like child prostitution that the U.S. military was trying to stop, and because of certain laws, certain like rules that they had to follow because they were, the United States was in their country, they had to follow their rules. They had to allow that to happen. And I know there was a couple officers that were some military guys that stopped them, and they ended up like getting like not like court-martialed or anything like that, but they were like punished for stopping that in
That's
another
crazy.
country.
You know what I've seen though? The craziest thing, and I've seen it more than once, so I really do believe that they actually do this. The nastiest, well, one of the nastiest religious practices I've ever seen is when the Catholic priests, I think it's either the Catholic priest or is it the cardinal? I don't know. When you circumcise a baby and then they suck the blood out of his penis.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah.
What?
fucking Christ.
Yeah,
man.
that's
I
rough.
have.
That makes my head itch. Makes my head itch.
That's nasty as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I've seen this more than once. I've seen this more than once.
Yo, man, Catholic people, y'all should be fucking ashamed of yourself.
Whoa,
Whoa.
So I have a question. Lord Jesus, Giovanni comes back with some fucking heat, doesn't he?
So back to prostitution.
I know, yeah. Can we go
Wrong
back to
conversation.
the sex dolls?
Sex
God.
dolls,
Lord.
they feel
God damn.
no.
Yeah, like this can only go to a darker tunnel. We start talking about
I love
necrophilia in a
darkness.
second.
I
man.
love darkness.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
I know, Lord, that's a
Not
whole.
that dark. Come back to the light.
No.
Woo, okay, hold on, Giovanni. We're gonna say that for
let's
another
bring it back
episode.
to
All right,
light,
so Donald Trump.
Hey,
Trump.
everybody
That State of the Union,
everybody listens
man.
to just Nate Carr
That was
goes
the
like,
longest
oh.
one ever, right?
So I got I seen this movie years back called Nymphomaniac. I don't know if any of y'all seen it. You seen it? Yes, I'm talking about Devontae.
I think I might
Dante.
have.
Dante.
I've heard of it.
We gonna get it. We gonna get it. We gonna get it.
Adonis. It's Adonis.
Dante, right?
But shut up. Y'all making me mess up my thing. You know I have a stuttering problem. It's hard for me to concentrate. Anyway, so on this movie, shut up. On this movie, you shut up, you slick-headed bastard. All right. So in this movie, it's this girl. She's a nymphomaniac, obviously, hence the title. But she ends up becoming this broker, or like having to go take back all this money, for people. And she runs up on this one guy. I don't know if you remember this part. And he was sitting in a chair, and they was like breaking all his stuff and like threatening him, saying we're gonna break your legs and stuff like that. And because they wanted something back, some safe or something. He was like nothing, like not breaking. So she came up to him, and she started detailing the body of like a really little boy, like sexually, like every little detail, right? And the dude started to get like a boner, and he started screaming. He's like stop, and he told her where the money is, right? So the priest that she was talking to, recapping his story to, was saying like, oh God, well, how could you listen to him? Why didn't you say it? And she said, because as bad as it is, she said something like, as bad as it is, it's not something he can control. That's him. It made me think, and I'm not for pedophilia. That's not what I'm going for. But
We still talking about this?
Yes,
I
we are.
guess so.
Apparently.
because I went to the bathroom when y'all was
Because why not talk about the hard stuff? We got to pause. Why not talk about why not talk about the stuff that people can't talk about? Like seriously, all this stuff needs dialogue. We got to talk about this shit. Like that's the reason why it's such a problem, because people are so afraid to talk about it.
Yeah, that's true. But think about it though. It's in the same boat that people say homosexuality, in the same boat, of all those other things. Like, I'm not saying it's right, but how bad can you blame a person when it's something they can't even
And
control?
it's
So what you're saying
definitely-
is it could be possibly natural for them to be attracted to
Listen,
children.
look at
Right.
how far
Like-
back it goes. Look at. I mean, since the beginning of time. Like they've been marrying kids until they made it illegal to do so.
Yep, so they can bleed.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of times when they did that, they didn't have sex with them until they got older. They just basically locked them down so that they, I guess, wouldn't go nowhere or whatever, and then wait till they got into a certain age and then have sex with them.
Like, what is it, Kentucky? You can get married at 16, 15 if you elope?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, if you have like your parents' consent, something like that.
Kentucky, I think it's Kentucky and Texas.
It might be something like that.
I've heard 14 in some places.
Like, look, like every 5 years, it's another child sex ring on an island somewhere. That's full of that's run by rich white folks. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. But there was this one black dude. It was one black dude that I knew of this whole time, but the rest of them is rich white dudes. But listen, that shit goes back to the ancient Egyptians, to the Romans, to it's not. This isn't a new concept. This is something that has been happening since the beginning of time. Of leaders fucking kids. You know what I'm saying? This is not a new concept. It's crazy.
I think a lot of it had to do with the fact of virginity or what they say, purity. You know what I'm saying? Like, people liked it to have sex with little kids because little kids weren't ran through like older women or whatever, you know? They wanted something that was, you know, pure or untouched, or, you know, whatever word you can use to describe, you know, a virgin, basically.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
It's a touchy subject.
It is a very touchy subject.
But it needs to be touched on.
And I know a lot of people are going to be like kind of turned off. Giovanni, you say one more thing like that. Scoop my chair away from you. Say one thing. No, I'm not going to go that far. No. All I'm going to say is, man, I don't know. It's very hard, and God damn it. No, God damn it.
Hey, yo.
It's very difficult to have a conversation like this because it's something that you don't want to talk about. You don't want it to be a thing, but you know that it is, you know? So it's like, when do you stop trying to hide it under your bed and hoping that the next generation can take care of it and just figure it out, you know, just have the dialogue.
I mean, I'm wondering if that's kind of similar to the gay like culture and the acceptance of that. You know, back then it was this hush hush thing. No one talked about it, but then it became more lively. And now it's, you know, fully acceptable. At that point, you know, if we have this dialogue at that time, right now, and it continues, maybe 20 years down the line, this is something that never happens again.
Right, because we'll never accept it. We'll never accept it. You know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of kids are so screwed. Because a lot of adults are screwed up because they were raped as kids.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
I'm saying we gotta have the conversation so we can know why this is a thing.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
But what if that is the case though? What if it's something that is natural to them?
Then
what if it's something
they can take
can't
medication to fix that?
They try to fix
that. Then science needs to get into gear to fix that thing.
Yeah.
How would you do that?
Because that is not
though?
the child's consent.
That's true.
To have that happen.
That's definitely
true. And to
true.
bring it right back to consent, that is something that no child is going to consent to.
Look at Tim Blood bringing it full circle. That was some professional podcast shit. You sure you ain't never been on a podcast?
First time. You're my first.
Pause.
What are we pausing?
Pop this cherry.
I know, right? I don't care. I'm not even pressing pause.
I just need a cuddle now.
I don't care. I don't care.
Pause
Say whatever
it
you
over.
want at this point. I don't care.
We need to change that saying from popping cherries, man. Like, how about we start saying like pop the blueberry, or, you know,
That sounds worse.
it does. That would sound stupid.
Because you know
as
what you
fuck.
say, blueberry. You know what I think about when you
Yeah.
say pop the blueberry? I think about the blue waffle. Then I'm gonna go throw up.
Oh no!
Look at him cringe.
Wait a minute. What's the blue waffle? What's that?
Oh,
You got a phone,
All
right?
right.
You got a phone?
I guess
Yeah,
we
I
gotta
got
show
phone.
you.
Toronto, we'll figure this out later.
you're gonna pull
Dante.
them on the big screen, aren't you?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Blue waffle in HD.
All right.
Look, we
Is
got
that gonna be the thumbnail?
If you haven't seen a blue waffle and you're listening to this, Go to Google and type in blue waffles.
To Google.
If you're over 18.
Hey,
Yeah,
put the camera on him so he can still. We can see.
Yeah.
Well,
Make
we
sure
gotta
there's
keep
no reflection.
We got a reaction video.
We are showing.
going.
We are showing
Oh,
Made in
geez.
Tokyo
Okay.
his first blue waffle,
Oh,
we're taking a
God.
part out of our podcast and to
Alright,
watch.
This is not, you asked for this.
and he's about to Uber.
I'm not looking at this shit.
He's about to Uber everywhere but here.
Like,
Right here.
Uber everywhere.
You know what that is, right?
Except for Josh's basement.
I'm gonna get on my phone.
oh, this is that's
Look at it. It ain't
it all
it
in.
ain't breakfast that looks
Enjoy it.
weird.
yeah, it's definitely not breakfast.
It could
Okay,
be
you can
breakfast,
take
but
that.
don't.
I mean,
It could be. It could be.
how desperate could you be?
Oh, you got to be super
No,
desperate.
that's- No.
If you putting that anywhere near any part of your body, not even your finger.
Yeah, I won't even look at waffles the same no more. I'm done.
Oh yeah, I swore off waffles for like a whole 3 months after that.
Hey, what if you
throwing
went?
my
To,
waffle
what if
maker
you? What if
away.
you went to Waffle House? What if you went to Waffle House and there was like new special blue waffles?
I'm done. I'm out of there.
Burn the place down.
I can't do it.
Where is this coming from? Gross.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
How did we get to blue waffles?
We're on, you know what? Everything has
know.
been crazy. This I don't even know. This episode is weird. It was weird.
But that's okay.
I'm just
How y'all
saying.
feel about those cars that drive for people? How you feel about that?
What, the self-driving cars?
Yeah.
I fucking want one.
I think, yeah.
Shit.
Hey, self-driving truck.
Tesla.
Hey, actually, Tesla is I work for Meyer. For those who don't know, I'm a truck driver. You know, on my regular 9 to 5. But Meyer is getting a Tesla self-driving truck.
Wow.
Actually, I think this spring.
Is this public information?
I don't know.
You got to suck a
No,
lot.
we gotta bleep that out.
should be saying it.
But they're
note to
they're
Josh,
getting
bleep
one.
this out.
I don't know if it's just a test or if it's actually gonna be, you know, Meyer's gonna buy it for us to drive. You know what I'm saying? But Meyer's getting one. I guess at least a test that I've heard. This is all rumor. I guess from my job. You know, and have you seen the videos of the self-driving trucks?
I've seen
that
those.
they were made by Mercedes-Benz, and they said that they're legal, I believe, in Nevada, and they're going to be shipped out and sent everywhere, I believe, in like 2020 or 22 or something like that.
No.
Yeah, I
think
heard
they
that like
them
either
dirty.
Walmart or Amazon, they're doing
Yeah,
like a
A-
whole
Amazon
bunch
got-
of them.
Yeah,
I'm about to say,
Walmart got one.
I guess
too.
I guess a question for you, Josh. Like,
Yeah,
how do you
wait.
with your current line of job? How do you feel about your job possibly being replaced by a robot?
See, by the sake of only
Me
self-driving.
personally,
It's a pro
I
and
don't
a
want to
con.
drive anymore, so I don't give a fuck.
First of all,
Okay,
Tim.
okay.
First of all, Tim. This our podcast. We come up with the subject. How do you guys? Hey, Josh. How do you feel about a robot taking your job in the next couple of years?
Jill, you already like.
But the thing
You
about it
already-
is that I would want to know what's the statistics of this robot, because Doc, people do not care about their lives when they drive. There are so many people who will jump in front of a semi without using their turn signals, who will try to brake check you, being an asshole, who will try to cut you off when you try to turn, change lanes, idiots in regular cars who are, okay, for a truck, the speed limit is 65 or 60 or 65. For a car, it's 70.
Traffic
Why the
lights.
fuck is a semi passing you?
Should we yell traffic?
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, Josh. I got beef with a couple semis. Okay, because we will be driving and it will be literally like a car space between the cars that the truck is gonna get behind and in front of, and that truck will turn on his turn signal, jump right into the fast lane. I've seen that happen many a times.
Yeah, because the person in front of him most likely is going slow as fuck, and you gotta get around.
Yeah, it's probably another truck, but still, it's some asshole shit.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you expect? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times.
Allah Akbar.
Yeah, Allah Akbar.
Are you live too, Beast?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
But a lot of truckers are on a time limit. Okay, loads are very time sensitive a lot of the times. Okay, so guys are trying to, go. It's a very inconvenient for us as a driver, for the shipper, and even the destination, what they call it, consignee, is where we're taking the load to. It's a real inconvenience when when you have an asshole driver who is slowing you down, or when you have traffic jams, or whatever that's slowing you down and you can't get there. That's fucking up your money.
I'm not gonna lie, I do trust truck drivers a lot more than I trust people.
Fuck yeah.
You know,
Just because they are on a lot of
we're
restrictions.
professionals.
I'd like to
And
say
I
something.
have experience talking with the
All right,
truckers
go ahead.
at the
Jared would
post
like
office.
the floor. He has
go.
he has a terrible joke
Levante
to
is
tell.
talking. Let him speak.
Dante's talking.
Adante.
I have experience talking with the truckers when they come in the post office because they drop their stuff off to us and we ship our stuff to them. So they're always talking to us about other people, how they don't drive and they just drive stupid and it makes them slower to get their stuff in. So it does make sense too.
Yeah. What people don't understand is how fucking scary it is for us truck drivers to drive that fucking truck. Okay? If we were to lose control of the semi, 9 times out of 10, we're going to kill somebody.
Damn.
And what I mean by somebody doesn't kill you. Okay?
ain't point at me.
We're going to be okay.
Coming right
You
for
know,
it.
listen, the
That's
semi
right.
driver, most of the time in an accident, is going to be okay.
Yeah.
Okay? It's the four-wheelers, that's what we call regular drivers, four-wheelers, that's going to be fucked up. Okay?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to realize what the fuck you're doing and realize that we are trying to not hurt you. But at the same time, you got to give us the respect, to share the road and, basically get the fuck out of our way.
But
You
aren't
just said share the road and then get the fuck
Right.
out of our
I know,
way.
right?
Yeah,
that's
share
true.
the road and get out of the way.
Aren't you the professional here?
That could be said for anyone driving. Respect everyone else on the road. Everyone else has places to go. Get the hell out of everyone else's way.
Yeah.
Now, have any one of you been to Canada?
No,
Yeah.
I have not.
Okay.
Been in Canada.
Okay.
I've been.
I've
I've
gone.
passed the Ambassador Bridge plenty of
What are you
times,
doing in
but-
Canada?
okay.
What are you doing in Canada?
Well,
So-
I was-
If y'all,
so in
if y'all know
Canada-
that
Yeah.
70s show episode.
In Canada, truck drivers and regular cars can go the exact same speed limit.
Woo!
yeah.
Ain't that fun?
So
Fuck that.
I've my wife and I have driven to Canada or through Canada, and like the worst traffic I've ever seen was going from Niagara Falls to Toronto, and we got truck drivers flying past us, and that is their normal speed, like 100 kilometers an hour, whatever
Damn.
that translates to American.
Yeah, man. I have this conversation with my mom a lot. She thinks that that the speed limit is too high, and it's because people want to go so fast on the highway is the reason for the accidents and things of that nature. And I try to tell mom it's not the fact that people want to go fast, it's the people that want to block them people from going fast and want to slow them down by going slow on the highway. The highway is meant for fast speeds. The highway is meant for fast fucking travel.
That's true.
When people are people are either on the fast lane or even the slow lane, going 45, 55 on the fucking highway and the speed limit is 70, you shouldn't fucking be there.
Dog, I will get out and whoop yo ass if I could run fast enough. I hate because I drive to Grand Rapids 4 days a week, or at least I used to, and I'm in the fast lane going 80 because the fuck I'm trying to get there. And I hate it when you got that one person. It's normally a grandma or a grandpa
Or
in the
Asian.
left lane, just going 60 miles per hour, and you behind them. Tailgating them, damn near hitting them, and they just will not move.
Man, sometimes I'll be an asshole and hog the fucking horn. I'm like, toot toot, get the fuck out my. I'm telling you, dude.
Is that what the horn says?
I was seriously.
And the horn goes, get the fuck out of the way!
I
That'd be awesome.
I think his horn says toot toot old
you gotta
punk ass
bob that
horn.
thing.
Like, for real. Like,
out of my way.
There's been a few days where I'm so pissed off while I'm driving. I swear to God, I will turn on Ludacris, bitch. Get out my way. And I will blast that shit windows
You get
down.
subwoofers in your fucking truck.
If I say one more time,
Hey,
and
my
don't
truck
speak.
actually does knock.
Go ahead,
the
Jared.
bass and shit.
Here we go.
Yeah.
First of all, I was talking to somebody about our podcast, and they was like, what are you talking about? I said everything. Now I literally fucking mean everything. Because now we're talking about semi-driving. But, Josh, you getting angry about that. Like, you're about as angry talking about driving as I am when y'all bring up my ex. Like, that.
or when you talk about that girl in the club that took that girl from you and you want to bash her in the head like a caveman. You got pretty pissed off when you were talking about that.
Well, what rewind. What happened with this?
Girls be hating, so girls I get no, almost said I'm a peace loving man now. Peace loving man.
So basically, Jared hates when you're dancing in the club with a girl and she has a friend there, and then she comes over and then excuses you from the dance and makes herself the other girl's dance floor partner.
Okay.
It's rude as hell, man.
No, it is rude.
Dang.
But you have to take control of that situation.
How? Then it goes back full circle, like Tim said. And there's a rape charge against
still
me.
the spot. I'm a dancer myself. Still the spotlight. Dance in the fucking circle. Have all the bitches dance around you. That she won't be able to dance with her.
Let me see. Let me ask you a question.
What?
When the last time you tried that?
Oh, I do it all the time.
When's the last time? Year.
Probably like 2 weeks ago.
When he did the Uber Everywhere video.
Oh, that's cool. That's right.
You're going to do it in a few
you
weeks.
got followers
Come
though. I can tell you right now, the guy who dances in the middle, unless he's drunk, ain't nobody paying attention to him. They think he's stupid. They're like, what are you doing? Why are you out there by yourself? You need some help. We should go dance with him. Make him not feel bad.
I always get girls coming up to me and be like, "Oh yeah, you should dance with my friend. We seen you out there in the middle." I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool." But then when I dance with them, they don't know what the fuck they doing. So I just be like, "What the fuck you doing?"
So take us through your process. You just like, hey, there's an empty floor. I'm gonna go ahead and hop out in the
Hey,
middle
yeah,
of
why not? I mean, nobody else is doing anything important.
that. So you're the party starter.
Exactly.
Is there a dude leaning on like a chair, like slowly sipping his drink?
There's always like old dudes sitting there sipping their drink.
Yeah,
I just laugh
doing?
at them because they're like not doing anything, and I don't get why they there in the first place. But
You never seen an old dude in the club?
they always
No,
there.
I'm saying you don't know why they're there.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that
They're getting their groove back. That's why.
They trying.
Old dudes in the club is the best, man. They be getting. They'll tell you some
Only
stories
old
too.
dude that's cool that like comes out there is Mr. Party. Mr. Party is
Yeah.
like the coolest dude
Yeah,
ever.
like he has like his
And he bring roses.
he like his grandson's like UFC shirt on. You're like, what are you doing? Dude, we're going out there have
Tap
fun.
out shirt.
I know, like, dude, I think you're like 67. You need to go home. Like,
But he be out
Shout
there.
out
giving
he be
the
out
party.
there. Girls love him though.
Yeah.
That little
He got flowers.
'Cause he
that
always
little
bring
off
roses.
dance, huh?
He always bring roses.
Yeah, he got flowers.
He talks,
candy,
hey baby,
all
how
that.
you doing?
Hey, you know who we should bring on this podcast? That dude that be standing on Cedar and Jolly in front of Walgreens with the white with the little white flags. It looks like tissue paper, and he be looking like he be praying to Jesus and just turning it up on the street corner. We got to bring
Oh,
that
you
dude
talking
in
the
here.
dude that he be having those things on too?
Yeah,
the sign?
bro.
bald headed dude. Yeah,
We're not about to bring that fucking dude.
Bro.
Whatever happened to the guy? Remember, he used to be like a police officer, and he had like a belt full of stuff,
yeah.
like 8 walkie talkies, and they were all taped
Yeah.
together for
I'm
some
pretty
reason.
sure-
I know you're talking about.
Look, I'm pretty sure if you go downtown
I rode
long
Canada
enough,
before. I know exactly what you're talking about.
hey, I seen that dude. If you go downtown long enough, you'll see him. I'm sure he's still down
Is
there.
he still alive?
I'm pretty sure.
I
Still ain't.
don't know.
Still got
I
the
don't know.
walkie talkies taped up.
He look like he older than Lansing.
Oh, stop.
Bryce, you are the only one that makes sense on this podcast, so we would like an input from you. What's going on with white people right now?
I don't
Lord
know what
Jesus.
the fuck is going on
White
anymore.
minute.
White teach.
Tim has sucked all the Bryce out of Bryce.
Right?
He's just taking over. Tim is the new
Day
Bryce.
off.
Bryce is like, oh, I'm so weak. I just feel like every.
So what's going on in
Whiteness.
in politics and
whiteness is-
stock,
I was actually just about
money,
to ask about that.
dictatorship, Republicanism?
What do you think
The
white
first
people? You
great
think all
hot
white people
Cheeto
just do
president?
that?
Watch stock.
Oh my god!
I'm just waiting for one of you to go like, so how did it feel like you're voting for Trump?
I know, right? If anybody's gonna say it, it's gonna be Giovanni. Giovanni is the president of the Farrakhan.
I just want to know what's
Fan club
what's
in
happening
Lansing.
with white people. You know.
Okay, so this is gonna be the end of this episode, right, Chirp? Of course, y'all know I'm Joshua B. Easy. Any artist that needs help with their music, hit me up at brownbear517@gmail.com or message the Takeoff Anytime podcast at takeoff.anytimepc@gmail.com.
Had to write that down.
Yeah, and this is Gio on everything. Loner Life, Stoner Life. Do this summer.
Hey, this is Jared White. Check us out next episode and look at the tags.
Bryce Lansing, like I said before, I can vouch for Josh. He's currently helping me record my EP for Without Circumstance, Fall with Grace.
Hot shit coming soon.
The plug is real.
All right, but we thank and appreciate everybody for fucking with us. Thank you for Brother Blood for coming to chill with us on this episode, and Brother Dante.
Yeah, Adonis and the Vampire.
Dun dun dun.
One more.
Just end with the dun dun dun.
Fade out.
Hey, Uber everywhere. Pre-rolls.
All right. Like I said, thanks everybody for listening to us, and thanks for everybody who fucks with us. And if you don't fuck with us, oh well, we still gonna take off. Be easy, and we out.